Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of slope as unit rate. This is standard 8.4b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 40, the 2024 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got 4 different cabinets here that are going to be represented on these 4 answer selections, these graphs, but we need to match what we have here in the story. So what is the story part of this problem telling us? Well, it is telling us that we've got a worker that paints 4 cabinets in 8 hours. All right, so 4 cabinets per. So we can replace this with per 8 hours. Okay. Now, I wrote it like that for 2 reasons. One, that's the order in which they gave it to me, right? Cabinets per hours. They gave that to me, so I just wrote it just like they gave it to me. I also wrote it because take a look at our, and you'll notice that all of the axes are labeled the same, right? So we'll just look at A and we'll kind of let that represent that for us. Take a look at my H. My hours, my time, that's my x-axis. Okay. And then my cabinets painted is my y-axis. What do we know is y over x? Now let's look at our reference material. You should notice that we've got our direct variation, y equals kx. Okay, so let's write that down. Y equals kx, and if we wanted to solve for x, and we actually had this on our 7th grade materials last year, right, you would get k equals y over x. So that's our k. Right, so that is our direct variation or our unit rate. So that's why I wrote it like that, because I knew that was our K, or our unit rate. And so we are looking for the cabinet that has this, or the graph that has this 4 over 8, which we can, reduce to 1/2 if we needed to, right? One cabinet every 2 hours, right? Because if we multiply both by 4, you're going to get back up to that 4 cabinets every 8 hours. All right, so we're looking for a slope of 1/2. And so what do we know about 1/2? Well, 1/2 is positive, so it is going to be moving up and to the right. We also know that it's less than a whole, so it's going to be more of a shallow slope. All right, so let's see if we can eliminate any of these without even, calculating the actual x and y coordinates. We might be able to get rid of some of our answers. Like, take a look at A and write these over here, so we're not messing up our graphs. Take a look at A. A is a straight line. It just goes straight over. And so it's not increasing, right? It doesn't have that positive growth that we would expect from a slope that is at least greater than 0, even though it is a fraction. So A is no good. A is just simply y equals 8 is really what that is, because that's the equation of a horizontal line. You would just give you the y value and tell you what that y value is. All right, so let's look at B here. B is possible. I'm thinking it's a bit steep, but it's at least moving up. So we can evaluate B. C, it's another horizontal line. You see it's 4. Now this is y equals 4. So they just took your 4 and your 8, right, your two numbers here, and just made this y equals 8, y equals 4. Not going to work. D also works, but it looks a little bit more shallow. So let's investigate D, okay? So I've got one cabinet every 2 hours, okay? And then the original they gave me was the 4 cabinets, so that works on the graph there, every 8 hours, and that works on the graph. So yes, D is going to work for us. It's that shallow slope. We've plotted at least 2 points that work, so that's our answer, D.